Good morning and Happy New Year. Thank you for joining us for this beautiful freezing Wednesday morning of January 3rd. This is Glenda Robichaux and I have with me Julie Gromitz. And we are going to talk today about it's the new year, and I'm sure that you have some kind of goals or resolutions that you would like to help yourself become a new you. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We'll get to the agenda here. Just give you a few other our agenda on what we're doing.
Sorry, that's me. Good morning.
We are going to touch on January's promotions because there's a lot of them and they're super awesome. We would also like to celebrate December. We had an amazing month that closed out the year, and some people we would like to acknowledge. Then we will also, actually the wellness summits and regional training dates are at the end near the upcoming events. But then what we'll be focusing most of our time on today is the new year and the new you, and helping you with setting smart goals and helping you achieve what you would like. And then we've picked out some oils that might help you during that process of identifying what you would like to do in the new year.
So our product of the month this month is Wild Orange, a free 15 milliliter bottle of Wild Orange. This is such a beautiful, uplifting oil that I don't know that I've met maybe just a handful of people over the last 7 years that don't like Wild Orange. But the majority of people just really, it's a scent that is easy to identify, and it's very comforting. It can be helpful when wanting to get your creative nature flowing. So when looking at your new year, grab your bottle of Wild Orange. So free product of the month, what that means is that if you have an LRP order that goes out at 125 PV or more, and it goes out on or before the 15th of the month, they will automatically add this to your cart.
Awesome.
And because many people have the desire to get healthy over the new year, they've got 10% off of our Terra Greens. Terra Greens are a powdered blend of fruits and vegetables, which is a really great little power pack. One of the things that I've heard people utilize this for is taking a scoop in a little shot glass of water and shooting it down to give that extra energy boost before a workout.
Oh, wow. I've never heard that. I just mix it up with a scoop of the vegan trim shake. And I'm sure I could make it much more tantalizing, but I just add water, and I actually kind of like it for on the go when I need a quick snack.
Sure. You know, one of the other things that I've done with this too is that if I find myself at work without a lunch break soon enough, I do like to add this to a cold glass or bottled water and shake it up real good. I have to give it a good old shake though.
Yeah. It's helpful to have one of those blender bottles with the little metal thing inside.
Oh, for sure. For sure, for sure. Yay! And we have free frankincense extended until the 15th. So super exciting. With every 200 PV order that you place, whether it's an enrollment order or an LRP order or even a standard order, any 200 PV order that you place, they will throw in a free 15 milliliter bottle of frankincense, which is pretty darn amazing. And if you have more than 200 PV, if you have like 4 or 6, you can go ahead and split those orders up and get multiple bottles of frankincense up to 4.
This is really cool. So if you know of some people that are members with doTERRA, but they haven't ordered in 4 to 12 months, they can get some extra freebies if they place an order in the month of January. And so it's a little confusing, but I'm going to try to make it really simple. So if they have not placed an order since, would that be August? July, August, if they haven't placed an order since then, and they place just a standard order of 100 PV, they're going to get a bottle of Breathe for free. And everyone will need to be logging in at doterra.com now in the new system, because in the new shopping cart, there's actually a space for a promo code, and that's where they would put the promo code of Jan Breathe. Then if they were doing a standard order of 200 PV or more, they're going to get that frankincense if they order before the 15th of the month, and then they'll also get the Breathe. But where it gets really fun is if they decide to start up the loyalty rewards program and do a 100 PV order, they're going to get an On Guard and a Breathe, which is super awesome. And then if they do an LRP order of 200 PV or more before the 15th of the month, they're getting 4 free oils. They're getting the Wild Orange, the product of the month. They're getting the frankincense, because they're getting those two because they placed the order again before the 15th. And then they're also getting the On Guard and the Breathe. And again, you can see the promo codes listed there. They would need to enter that into their shopping cart at time of checkout.
I love how doTERRA just showers us with gifts month after month.
Yep.
A little different, always something a little new, but I just absolutely love how they really do like to give back to their community.
And I guess I want to put one more plug. So if you are watching this and you happen to be sharing doTERRA with others and you need help in your back office, finding people that haven't ordered in a while so you can reach out to them, let Julie or I know, and we would be happy to help you navigate your back office to find out who you can be reaching out to.
Yep, and keep posted. I'm actually looking to do a FaceTime or a Zoom Live on Facebook regarding that exact process coming up soon. So stay tuned.
Woo! Oh, and this is super awesome. Go ahead, dear.
Oh, I was just gonna say, this is the time. People are really looking forward to making shifts. You know, the upcoming winter time gets hard. People get really sluggish, and holidays hit, and we overindulge. And the new year, it just really brings this time of reflection and desires for change to happen. And because we are a wellness company, people are looking for the opportunity to make themselves better all the way around. And we have the amazing tools to help them get there. So if you know of anyone that is interested in becoming a wellness advocate and wants to get started, this is a fantastic time for them. doTERRA has their New Year, New You promotion going on. And what that means is that for every new enrollee in the month of January with 100 PV or more, that turns around and places a 100 LRP order in February, doTERRA will be gifting them 100 extra free points to use in their LRP point bank at their leisure in the future. So it's really great promotion. They spent $100 in January, $100 in February. They have an extra 100 to spend anytime down the road. You couple that with the frankincense promotion, they're spending what, $200 in January. They're getting the free frankincense plus the opportunity for the extra free 100 after another 100 goes out in Feb. So pretty sweet. There is one caveat, and doTERRA.com has a class listing that they would like for you all to put your classes down on. Glenda and I will be posting these webinars as classes and some of our other events. So if you need a code, let me know or let Glenda know. We'll be posting it out here for next week or later on Facebook as well. So a lot of great opportunities to get some freebies.
Especially if you have people that I know in my early days, I would order oils for people. They just wanted to try a few things and get their feet wet. This would be a great time for them to get their own wholesale account and take advantage of this offer as well.
For sure. Congratulations are in order. We have some amazing top enrollers on our teams. Erica G has had a tremendous month, and Teresa B actually hit my top enroller list, and this is her first month actually building. So she just moved over into a wellness advocate. So super exciting. And then rank advancements. Cynthia H is an amazing acupuncturist, and she has been loving up doTERRA for a while and has hit Premier. Super awesome. Way to go, Cynthia. And Julie M came to convention last September. It changed her world, and she says, hey, I want to do this. And she's been on fire ever since. So way to go, Julie, for hitting elite.
Awesome job, ladies. Really great work. Just makes me and so much gratitude that we have these wonderful gifts to change other people's lives, and in turn, they change our lives too. So now, are you ready to make your dreams come true in 2018? Now is the time. Now is really the time to kind of create a roadmap for where you want to go this year. You know, January is a great time for reflection, not necessarily the month to go out and go do everything, but to really kind of reflect inward on what you want your life to look like, what things you want to accomplish, and set out a plan to make that happen in the year. So I'm really excited to be chatting with you all about this morning. Oh, but one more thing. So if your goal is to be slim and sassy in 2018, doTERRA has a Slim and Sassy Lifestyle Change Competition, and they do this every year. Usually starts in January. I've done it in the past, and I have not always been very great at finishing up, but one of my goals this year is to actually see this competition through to the end. It goes from January 1st to March 31st, and they have extended the deadline of registration until Friday. And what registration entails is taking some photos of yourself. And then after the end of March, you will take pictures then, so you have a before and after comparison. You'll want to check out that website. There's a lot of specifics. Then you'll also take measurements. You know, and put your weight down. And then whatever goal you're really trying to, you kind of have a couple of questions where you write a short essay on write a short blurb. I think it's like, I forget how many words they give you, but just in that space, you really want to outline what your goals are for the competition. And yeah, so I encourage you, if you've kind of been on the fence, or if there's something you really need to change, maybe your eating habits. I know one of mine is not eating at night. I tend to be a late night snacker. So that's something that I'm really working on in this competition, is how my eating is and my eating habits throughout the day. But if your goal is to exercise more, or to drink more water, or to sleep better, and you know, whatever it is, check out the competition. I'll quit rambling. And if you win, there's a chance to win a trip for 2 to Hawaii. So that's a great incentive.
Oh, yeah, it's a great incentive. So I'm pretty excited. I've not ever done the Slim and Sassy Challenge before, but I did need that kick in the butt to get myself re-motivated, reactive. And I just love challenges. I love working with other people and giving myself a goal and something to work towards. So very exciting. And I'm with you, Glenda, so we can be non-snacking bed buddies. Via text message.
Yes. You know what? We have an attendee that has raised her hand.
Yes.
do I promote her to panelist? I'm assuming she has something to add. So I'm going to see what happens here.
All right.
Oh, that didn't work.
While you're looking at that, if you're wanting to be part of the challenge, you'll want to grab a newspaper that has the date on it before you start taking your pictures, because that's going to be part of your picture. They need a dated newspaper to have proof that this is you this year and not you 5 years ago.
And Denise, thank you for raising your hand, my dear. How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Great.
There was a little glitch with the Slim and Sassy competition. Have you guys shared how to make sure that they're registered?
So I think we extended it to January 15th because of the glitch, but I'm not certain. I'm hoping we've gotten it worked out. If you cannot push your registration through, they do have the opportunity. They want you to make sure you get in, and so they have requested that you email all of your specifics, including your pictures and everything, to what email address? Do you have that?
Yeah, it was the Slim and Sassy at doterra.com.
slimandsassy@doterra.com. Thank you.
And I did register on January 1st on the website, and everything went through fine. So I think whatever the issue was, it must have been worked out.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Denise.
Not a problem.
I'm going to mute you again, my dear. All righty. Moving right along.
Moving right along. Okay, so back to our goals for 2018. What is it that you want to accomplish? We all have this vision, we all have these dreams, but it's really important that we start to hone in on exactly what it is that we do want to accomplish, so that you can create your goals and not just dreams. And we'll want to create, how do you want to get there? Did you have something else to say about this, Glenda?
No, I think that I just wanted to kind of throw a few questions out there to kind of get anyone that might be listening thinking. There might be many more questions that you want to ask yourself. How do you want to feel in 2018? Are there places you want to travel? Are there places you want to go with your business? But I just kind of wanted to get the wheel turning on what you want the year to look like.
So we want to make sure when we are setting goals, first off, a goal is not a goal. A goal is just a dream until you write it down, right? Until you write it down and get very specific with it, it is just a dream. And I am more than guilty of being quite the dreamer. But our goals, we want them to be SMART. And what that means is this is an acronym that's been put together to really help you hone in to creating a great goal. So if your goal, say, is weight loss, right? I want to lose weight. Okay, well, that's great. So we want your goal to become specific. What is it that you want to do? Where is it that you're going to do so? And how are you going to get there? So a specific goal is distinct and defines as much of the goal as possible and contains no ambiguous language. So again, if your goal was weight loss, exactly how much is it that you want to lose? Do you want to lose 5 pounds? Do you want to lose 55 pounds? What is your actual goal on that? And then what is it that you're willing to do to get there? Are you willing to wake up an extra hour earlier and go for a walk or hit the gym? Are you willing to give up late night snacking? Are you willing to give up that alcoholic beverage or the extra alcoholic beverage that you have been enjoying in your evenings? Are you willing to, give up that extra half hour of TV watching to go and do some yoga before bed so you're sleeping better, so you can wake up an extra hour early in the morning. How exactly are you going to get there? What exactly are you going to compromise in your lifetime, in your world, so that you can attain this goal? How important is it to you? So then it has to be measurable. So again, when we're talking about weight loss, that's an obvious one, right? So we want to either lose X amount of pounds or a size or two in your waistline or a, overall inches, right? Getting healthy as an overall, it's kind of hard to measure unless you start to really define that. What does healthy mean to you? Does it mean that you want to be getting a consistent 8 hours of sleep at night? Do you want to be consistently drinking 64 ounces of water a day? What is your measurable goal in regards to your overall desired goal? So it's a measurement gives feedback and lets one know when the goal is complete. Because that's the other thing, is that if you don't have measurable goals, you never really know when you've reached it. And then you can't celebrate. And the celebration is, I think, just as important as reaching your goal in the first place. So it needs to be assignable. So what that means is who is involved. Goals must be assignable to individuals or groups. And again, you're really just creating more boundaries around your goal. It has to be realistic, feasible. So realistic goals are challenging yet attainable within the given time frame. I am heading to a beach here in a little while, and I'm super excited about it, but I am so not quite bikini ready. And so a realistic goal for me is not shedding 50 pounds in, a couple of weeks. That's not really attainable. But we really want to become, really want our goals to be realistic. And so really looking at, again, what is it that you can do and what are you willing to do to get there? And then time-based. You have to have a time frame. So specific, measurable, assignable, realistic, and time-based. And time-based, it has to be a little bit aggressive, yet realistic. In all honesty, if you're like, I want to lose 10 pounds in the next 4 years. Okay, well, that's great. But I don't know about you, Glenda. If I am given 4 years to do something, I get a little lazy about it. So we really want to stay laser focused when we have a goal in mind. And what that might mean is that you want to take your overall goal and start breaking that down into smaller pieces, smaller measurable chunks that you can celebrate sooner rather than later.
Marvelous, Dawn. So some oils that we started digging around in a few books. We have the books are listed at the bottom about oils that might kind of help get you in the mindset of what you're looking to plan as a goal for yourself. And number one, of course, is Passion. It's the Inspiring Blend. And it's a great oil to diffuse or put on your pulse points just to really help you tap into, what's driving you and get that fire going. The next oil is Clary Sage. And emotionally, Clary Sage is the oil of vision. So if you were going to kind of possibly meditate or sit down and really reflect on how you would like things to be different this year, Clary Sage would be a great one to maybe put over your third eye or again on your pulse points or diffuse. One that maybe we have it on the next slide, but Clary Sage and Copaiba together smell beautiful. So that would be a nice combo too to help with this goal planning.
Juniper berry is one that's been coming up in my world lately, and I just love it. It promotes insight and ideas. So if you know that you want to just be better, but you don't really have it honed in a little bit more, so juniper berry is great at promoting that insight and helping you get ideas as how to get there. So again, take a little drop, do a little meditation, and it's a really beautiful oil. And the Melissa oil, as I was going through it, Melissa oil reminds us of what our life purpose is, and really helps us to hone in on why are we put on this earth, and how can we really take that and make it better, make it important, make it valuable. You know, I think so often we walk through life not living our life's purpose, not living from our heart. And so I think Melissa oil really helps to bring that back into the forefront.
And then we put motivate on there. Perhaps you're kind of dragging your feet like I have been at just really sitting down, getting to the task at hand of creating the plan for a year. So motivate is the encouraging blend, and that blend of citrus and mints will really kind of get you fired up and ready to start planning some goals.
So we have a couple more here on the second page. Siberian fir. Siberian fir is the oil of assessment and reflection. Supports the collection of thoughts and stories in order to make empowered decisions. This has become one of my favorites lately. And again, you were talking about copaiba, about it being the oil of unveiling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is one. Why don't you talk about copaiba?
You know, it's an amazing oil, just with its physical properties alone. But emotionally speaking, it will help you become more self-aware and provide clarity and help you kind of redefine yourself, especially if, you know, you're considering the Slim and Sassy Challenge and there's really lifestyle changes that you want to make. This oil will really kind of help you hone in on that. And it also helps with creating a purposeful existence. And I just think that is so powerful. You know, if you think about these oils and how we're blessed by them and how some of us choose to share them with others and help change other people's lives, like that's very powerful oil there. And then we added lime. Emotionally speaking, lime is the oil of zest for life. And I think that's important. You know, it's one thing to set some goals, but you got to have fun and be ready to take it on and be excited about it. So perhaps you start diffusing lime in the afternoon or putting some in your water just to kind of give you that zippy zest.
Well, I think that's so important this time of year. I don't know about you, Glenda, but post holidays, I always end up in this like, I don't want to get out of bed because kids are still on break and it doesn't like I should be working. But the lime, the citrus oils, the motivate, you know, they all have such a beautiful uplifting property to them that really do help you pull out of that little mental funk that we get into. And Citrus Bliss here is the invigorating blend. Again, sometimes we need that little kick in the pants. And it's just a beautiful blend of citrus oils, and it does promote creativity. So again, when you're really wanting to sit with what is it that you want to create and how are you going to get very specific about it, choose one of these oils. We have so many beautiful options out there, and if you feel drawn to something that's not on this list, by all means, go for it. But we just really wanted to give you some ideas, some encouragement to get you started off on the right foot.
And something else I just thought of, we didn't really add this into our little slide show here this morning, but creating an affirmation to tie to your goal. So if your goal is something kind of lofty, maybe creating an affirmation that ties to it, like, trying to think of an example here.
I actually have this whole affirmation cards.
Oh my goodness.
I know. So there's one here that says, I joyfully follow up.
There you go.
And it says consistent follow-up means you are creating freedom with others and fueling joy. If you're here because you want a real change, get out of your head and into your heart. Procrastinating follow-up is selfish. It's all about you and not about them. Stop that nonsense and become a follow-up ninja. Means you don't let fear stop you from helping others be healthier and happier and more free. Fuel your joy. So they give these great oils here too. Marjoram proposes connection with self and others, soothes those that have been hurt in the past, and admonishes the individual that relief and support is possible. And then the encouraging blend, an aromatic kick in the pants that prompts you to do the things you must do to create the life you really want. So the affirmation is, I joyfully follow up. Another couple affirmations, I create massive value in small pockets of time.
Ooh.
Isn't that great?
That's awesome.
I am creating a business and life I love. I invest my time in impactful ways. I just found these great.
That's awesome. Or if you're struggling with your health, maybe it's, I am healthy and happy.
Yeah. Or I am given this great gift of life. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So some very important things. Thank you, Glenda, for the affirmations. Another thing that I would encourage you to check out are some books. There's some great books out there that are going to help you get focused and get motivated. The one that you've shared with me, Glenda, that I just started is The Power of Habit. It is a really great book that helps you to really start to create healthy habits in life. So that one was really good. And there's another one, the 5-second rule, that really gets you jumping out of bed and motivated to start your day. So check out those two books. Those are pretty good. And then if you're trying to figure out why you're holding yourself back, The Big Leap is a great short read, but a really good eye-opener as far as trying to figure out why it is that you may be not living the life that you want to live. So.
Awesome. And I thought this was really cool. So on the Slim and Sassy website, they actually have recipes, and then they have all these quotes. And I picked this one out because I thought it was very fitting. Challenges are what make life interesting. Overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Mm-hmm. So challenge yourself in 2018. Get out there, try some different things, overcome what might be holding you back, and make it a great year.
It is going to be a great year. I'm pretty excited.
I am too. Oops, sorry.
Hello. We've got some great wellness summits coming up. doTERRA loves to share the wealth when it comes to knowledge and opportunities to teach others. So throughout the country, we've got a bunch of wellness summits happening, and our very own St. Paul, Minnesota is coming up February 23rd and 24th. So get that on your calendar. If you go to doTERRA.com at the bottom of the screen here, doTERRA.com, and then under Our Advocates, under Events and Wellness Summits is where you'll find more information and be able to enroll with that. Now, the very first day, that Friday evening, is specifically designed for builders. That Saturday morning is more geared towards new people that are interested in doTERRA, or wellness advocates that or wholesale customers that might just really want to understand the power that doTERRA, the power that these essential oils have and what makes them special and what makes them different, and some great information on, you know, how to use them and whatnot. And then the Saturday evening is again geared towards business, so I'm pretty excited about that. The wellness summits do have more business tied in, and then the regional summits. So there's other wellness summits throughout the, throughout the country as well. But the regional trainings is what we had here last year, and it was pretty awesome. It was 2 days, power-packed, filled with straight up education on how to use the oils for different health goals. So we do have one coming up in Chicago if we wanted to do a fun little road trip out there, and that's out in May. Or if you have friends or family in any of these other areas, I highly encourage you to get them out to these regional trainings, because the information that they're given at these trainings is absolutely phenomenal.
It also gives them a really great sense of the culture of doTERRA. And especially, I mean, I know that convention is a huge expense and it's not feasible for everyone to go, but these regional events and wellness summits are just a great way for them to get the feeling of the culture, meet other people in doTERRA, and just really get some great education.
And see what sets doTERRA aside. You know, it sets us apart from other direct sales and other essential oil companies. So upcoming events. So next week's webinar, we are going to dive into the Slim and Sassy products. They have a whole line of them, so we'll be picking apart the Slim and Sassy. And then Intro to Oils at Unwind Within, January 8th is 7 p.m. Team night, January 9th, we're getting together at the Lennox Center, and our team night, we're actually going to be creating vision boards. So help you really hone in on what it is that you want to create in 2018. So we'll be doing that Tuesday 9th at the Lennox Center. And our business meeting is going to be January 13th. And that is actually, we have a location that's going to be at the Kowalskis on Lyndale and 54th. So South Minneapolis Kowalskis. And our topic, we're actually going to be talking more in depth about goal setting and really talking about breaking down your own personal goals and helping you create a plan, helping you get there. So love to have you there. Emotional aromatherapy is the specialty class at Unwind Within in January, and that is on the 19th at 7 p.m. So if you have any events that you've got going on, if you're interested in sharing them, let us know, and we'll put them in our next week's webinar. Otherwise, Miss Glenda, do you have anything else to add?
Just make it a great month. And again, I just can't stress enough that really just reflect now. Don't think that you have to do everything in January, but take this time to go inward and figure out what it is you want to create. And thanks for joining us.
All right. Have a fantastic week.
Bye.